Hey YouTube, Gundam here, and welcome to World of Tanks, patch 8.10. Do you want proof that it's 8.10? I'll just pause it here. Okay, well, everyone knows that 85M0, aka Zeke, in 101st Airborne, loves the Japanese. So, yeah. That is the Tier 7 Japanese Chiri. The one with an autoloader that fires a shot every second until the mag's empty and then reloads in 7 seconds with a gun rammer. Now, this is vanilla version of the game for me because, well, it's a new patch. I gotta wait for the guys who had built the mods to update it in order for me to be able to, deal with it. But look at that thing. Look at the size of it. Look at the size of the Chiri!
Get your man pants on.
Oh yeah. I do have the Jingles voiceover pack already installed because, well, that's just 2 little files. But, look at the size of that thing! I mean, just looking up here, on the left here, look at that! Look at the size difference! I don't have a Chiri, and I don't have a King Tiger, but Zeke says that thing's the size of a king tiger. And yeah, right there, Yay468 says that Chiri. Now, this is my very first game in this, besides doing one in the Renault, whatever it is, at Tier 1. Renault Atsu, I think. So I did one game of that, platooned up with Zeke, did one game, like this game, actually, and then I did a game, We did a game in our Renault Atsus, and then he left because he's got to do stuff, and then I took out my new tank. Yeah, and yeah, just look at him. He put a round into that guy, but then he bounces, and I just bounced. Yeah, and yeah, he is correct. It has more health than the IS by 20 hit points. And I just bounced another time. But did you notice that? He had already reloaded and fired. And then he's reloaded again. I'm going to pull back here so you can watch this thing. Now, he just doesn't care. But he says he's going to keep that thing just for the sheer size of it. Now, we don't see it yet, but they have a couple AT2s and a couple Hellcats. And I think something else right around here. Which are hitting me. But yeah. Look. He just does not care. Neither do I. Well, there's an 8. There's him. Now watch. I'm aiming. He hit. He hit again.
Yep.
And I think he hit again, actually. And then I just nuke the guy. And then I die shortly thereafter. Oh, it's a T-20. Then I get set on fire. And a T-25-2 and a T-29 finish me off. But yeah, yeah, he fired 3 seconds in, well, 3 shots in 2 seconds. Because the first shot's free. It's already in the gun. So it's spot tank, bang, bang, bang. And you do like 300 or 400 damage, I think. And then 7 seconds later, with the crew and a tank unrammer, because it works, it's normally 10 seconds. It's 7 seconds with that. You're doing it again. But look at the size of that thing. I mean, yeah, you can't really see it here, and I can't zoom out because I don't have my mods. Ah! I need my Anfields. At least I have the Jingles voiceover mod. I don't have my Gnome Fathers, and I don't have Anfields. Bleh. I can't zoom out and show you. But yeah. Oh, and people were talking about mods that have super zoom out in Clan and saying that's illegal. Well, tell that to the team training we did, no HUDs, with, I'm not sure who. It might have been, I'm not sure. It was someone in an E100. Whoever owns an E100 in the clan that went up against me and my Jagdpanzer E100. They were supposed to not have any mods. And he said, okay. And then he just zooms out and spots me and just kills me. So he had a super zoom out mod as well, because he told me he did. So, yeah, and he's someone who's, I'm not sure who it is, but whoever it is, he's got an A100, which limits the search a bit. But, yeah. If he can have it, so can I. Unless, you know, that's some special perk with getting a promotion in the clan or something. But, yeah, Chiri. The thing is huge! And yes, he and I just did that because, like, kamikaze banzai! But I have a new tank I'd like to show you. I've had it for a little bit, but I want to show you it. Like, don't look on the sides, don't look at that, just, can you tell from this what the tank is? How about this? How about that? No? Okay.
This is going to be a tough game.
That is my ISU 152, not an SU 152. And that is a BL-10 gun. The troll cannon hungers. I have a troll cannon. And yes, it's trolled me as well. Sorry for blowing your speakers there, but I'm just gonna fast forward a bit. But I only do a couple hits that actually hit. Others bounce or miss entirely. But yeah, without my mods, I don't know that I can't see those guys. So yeah. I'm just thinking I might be able to see them. I don't know. I can't. And then I realized, oh, they got past me. And there should be a guy right in front of me, but I can't see him, so I gotta move up. Alright, fine. Now, I just wait. And I don't have the view range, so eventually, there, a T-29 steps by. Now there's an IS-6. And that went into the ground. So, a miss. Okay. That went into the ground, but I did aim kind of low, so it's not really the troll cannon. But T-29, please back up. Please be stupid and back up. Come to my gun!
You almost feel sorry for him.
He had just taken 300 hit points of damage from somebody else. I did the rest of that. That was 600 to 700 damage on that guy. Oh, yes. So, 2 shots fired. One completely missed. The other, good hit. Kind of a low damage roll. And I'm thinking, is this guy stupid enough to come out? Because I'm not going to waste a shell on the wall. Right? Yeah, because you can see him there. Over that wall. Barely over the top of the wall. And then artillery just says, goodbye. Now, I'm just thinking, let that Tiger 2 and the Tiger 1 come forward, but they're not stupid. Yeah, let them come across the train tracks. Bring them to my gun. Now, fast forward a bit more. T-34, side shot, aiming time. And he's seen me, so he's not stupid. And I shot right at his gun mount. Well, at least that's where it hit. So, not surprising it didn't bounce. But, look at that. Look where he hit and penetrated. Okay? That's supposed to be extra armor. Either T-34 spamming gold, which I doubt, because that thing's actually got a really good gun, or this thing just doesn't have that much armor. With this gun, I'm not so surprised it doesn't have that much armor. But then again, the gun's not that accurate. It is a mobile tank. I'm thinking, can I? No. Don't worry. I'll get to have some more fun. And I actually save a buddy's life, even though my leg says goodbye. You know, my leg hates me. Just fast forward, because there's nothing until we get in there. Except for him, which he just gets disintegrated. And these guys feel pretty confident seeing me go by. I mean, think of it. And thank you, Broobish moron. You didn't have to call me that. Okay, normal speed. Sorry about the fast forwarding and stuff. I just don't want this to be that long of a video. Now, T-44 is capping. They still have a T-34-3 on full health. Are you sure? Oh yeah, by the way, that other shot was actually 7 to 800. That one was my 638. I got one between 7 and 800. That one was the 638. I don't have my XVM up here, and I didn't save the post-battle results screen. And Avrian, no duh. I'm just waiting to see if any of them come back. But no duh, it would go faster. Shut up, you idiot. I just staying there just in case of that. Because if he saw me, he would stop and shoot at me. Instead, he gave me his flank. And Avrian's like, sure you could. No, I couldn't. He would stop and shoot me. Shut up, you moron. And yeah, that's a win. I fired 4 shots. This thing only holds 20 rounds of ammo. I have 16 armor piercing and 4 high explosive. And I fired 4 shots because I have 12 left. So, what was the result of those? Well, one bounced, but that was a T-34, and I probably hit his gun mount to it. Not too surprising there. The other one went to the ground, but I did aim kind of low. Not too surprising there. But the 2 hits, they went through because it was the side of a tank. Unless you're shooting at the side of a mouse at 500 meters, you're gonna penetrate with this gun if you hit him in the side, unless it trolls you again, which is possible. I have actually had that happen against an IS-3 in the side, and it could have hit the side of his turret, might have hit the side of the hull. I'm not sure, but it bounced. So yeah, but 2 shots hit and penetrated. Damage. That is over 1,400 damage. And these shots are only 1,650 each. Yeah, that's 1,650 apiece. Compared to my Jagdpanzer E-100, which is 2,200 apiece. But then again, with that thing, doing 1,400, I would need absolute minimum damage rolls. Average, I'd have done 2,000. So, yeah. But, this is a Tier 8 tank. That's a Tier 10 tank. Tier 10s are guaranteed to see other Tier 10s. Tier 8s could have a match like this. There's half a dozen or more Tier 8s on each team, and there's Tier 7s and 6s. But even in a Tier 10 game, this thing's not afraid. Not at all. Except for, yeah, you can still die. But yeah, so I got a troll cannon, and I do enjoy nuking people with this. They think, oh, I've got 800 hit points. I can take a hit. I can boom. It's so fun to do that. And I've done it more than once. Let's take a look at something really quick here. So, here's my garage. That thing is just awesome. Yeah. These are the vehicles I'm currently running. This thing just for the heck of it. But, yeah. This thing. Jagdpanzer E-100. Huge gun. 2,200 every time I pull the trigger. ISU-152. Another huge gun. Differences. Well, first off, tank. Look at the size of that, between that, and this is actually a pretty good way of seeing how it is, because you can clearly see through these 2 things on the sides here. Look at the size of that. It kind of fits, and it's not that tall, not too big, and weak spots, well, yeah, it doesn't have much armor, but it doesn't have any outstanding weak spots that people can aim for. Besides, this lower plate, but that's not that big. Look at this. Yeah. Yeah. Look at the size of this. Yeah, this is a giant ammo rack weak spot. Other weak spots, this, and that up there in case I'm trying to hide. So, yeah. Ammo rack. Hit there on the other side. Lord Glacis. Yeah. So, yeah, not bad. Guns. Well, this fires a shot actually every 15 seconds. This fires a shot every 20 seconds. Okay. So, what's the DPM? Well, that's easy. You just calculate it. 1,050 average damage with that times 3, because 3 shots a minute, that's 3,150. 750 average damage. Oops, excuse me. 750 times 4, because it's 4. And that's, actually I hit minus. Oops. That's 3,000. So, only 150 damage less. DPM. Only 150 less DPM than this thing. It's not as accurate. It doesn't aim as fast. It's got nearly the same penetration, 286 compared to 299. This holds 20 shots. Oops. I can't do that anymore. So this holds 20 shots. This holds 24. But look at the size difference of the tanks. This thing's tiny. And it gets a good camo rating. Yeah. The Great Wall of China and the TOG are the only things more visible than this thing. Especially when it fires. So, there's that. Yeah, 1,010 hit points compared to 2,200, but this is German. Germans always get more hit points unless, you know, it's a KV-5. Engine horsepower, this thing's actually very mobile. Gun traverse 26, degrees per second, who cares. 370 meter view range, 625 signal range. Russians not known for signal range. 720 signal range on this, so it's not that much. 400 meter view range, Hull traverse, 20. Compared to 21. Speed limit, 43. 30. This thing weighs 135 tons with my setup. This thing weighs 50 tons with my setup. Tank gun rammer, gun landing drive, camo netting, tank gun rammer, camo netting, vents. So, yeah. It's nearly a third the weight. So, this thing's got mobility. It's not that big, and it's got a gun that's very similar. Very similar. You know, it's not quite as good DPM, not quite as good penetration, not quite as good accuracy, not quite as good aiming time, but the rate of fire is definitely way better. And because it's such a smaller machine, it can hide. You can't hide that thing. And this thing is fast. So there's that. Let's take a look at the service record of this vehicle. Once you know, I find it. Here it is. I have done 11 battles. In 11 battles, my hit ratio is 70%. Okay? I have done, in 11 battles, nearly 16,000 damage. 16,000 damage in 11 battles. The average damage per battle is 1,447. And my average damage received is 785. So the damage ratio is 1.84. Now, only 11 battles, can't really say that much. 100 battles. My damage ratio is 1. I have done 1,575 average damage to enemies and received 1,577 on average per battle. Yeah. Hit ratio 75%. Well, 101 battles, yeah, 160,000. But here's the thing. It costs 2,200 credits every time I pull the trigger. This thing, 1,650. This thing, if it gets knocked out, it's 25,000 to repair it. This thing, 10,000, 15,000. Damage caused to enemy vehicles, 1,575. 1,447. That's really good. My destruction ratio. 0.91 on this thing. Well, enemies destroyed. Enemies destroyed 10 times I was destroyed 8. So the destruction ratio is actually 1.25. I don't know what that is. 1.25 destruction ratio. 1.29 Battle survived 37%. Battle survived 27%. Yeah. But 11 battles, so yeah. But that's something. It's very, very similar. It's very similar. Yeah, I know it's only 11 battles, but still that says something. The thing is, that's 11 battles. And it's very similar. I'm not that good in that thing. I'm not that good in this. I've been playing this for a while. I'm kind of good in it. But that's the problem. This thing is slightly less than this, but I've been playing this 10 times more than that. So, once I play 100 battles in this thing, I think it's going to be better. I definitely like this. Especially if that cannon hits you. If it hits, chances are it'll penetrate unless you shoot the gun mantle of an American heavy tank. The thing is, the biggest difference of all, Tier 10, Tier 8. Yeah. Tier 8, Tier 6s. And you might only see a few Tier 8s. Yeah, you could see your Tier 10s, but not that much. This is guaranteed to see Tier 10s. And those got some pretty big guns shooting back at you. And besides the point, if you see a Jagdpanzer E100, you want to kill it. You see an ISU 152, you want to kill it. Good luck spotting one of these. But the only thing you're going to have a easier time spotting than this, and an easier time hitting than this, is that. That's it. The only thing you're going to have a harder time, you will only have a harder time spotting that compared to this. You know, it's huge. And yeah, this is a heavy tank, but it goes 14 kph. I mean, yeah, this is big, and I got the big guy on there, but who cares? It's an artillery piece. It hides in the back. It's what it's supposed to do. Yeah, this is a tank destroyer. It's supposed to hide in the back, but I kind of got a brawl with it. So, ISU 152, BL-10 gun. Japanese Chiri. Yeah. I want to get me one of those. But that thing is massive. Now, STA-1, Type 61, everything up to Tier 9 and including Tier 9, garbage for armor. This thing has armor. Effectively, according to Zeke, this is a Leopard 1, the Tier 10 German tank. It's a Leopard 1 with better armor. That's all it is. This thing right here is one of these with better armor. Yeah, looking at the stats, he's right. It's got quite a bit more armor than this thing. It's apparently supposed to be exactly the same. It just has better armor. So, yeah. I'm going to have me some fun in my ISU, and I'm going to take this thing out. Catch you guys later. Ciao.